Cancer is a word that strikes fear into the hearts of many. It's a disease that has affected countless people and their loved ones. But let's see what exactly the cancer is. Hello everyone, this is the Healing Nourishments, and today let's talk about the cancer. Cancer is a complex disease that begins when abnormal cells in the body starts grow out of control. Normally our cells grow and divide in an orderly way, but when this process goes wrong, cells can start grow uncontrollably and form tumors. These tumors can be either benign or malignant. Benign tumors are non-cancerous and usually don't pose a serious health threat. On the other hand, malignant tumors are cancerous and can invade normal tissues and organs, as well as spread to the other parts of the body through the bloodstream or the lymphatic system. Cancer can occur in any part of the body and can take many different forms, like breast, lung, prostate, and colon cancer. The treatment of cancer today is complex and often involves a combination of surgery, chemo, and radiation therapy. While these treatments not only often ineffective, but also cause serious side effects. Even though some risk factors of this disease have been identified, such as smoking, poor diet, and exposure to certain chemicals, the exact cause is still unknown. I'd bet that you probably haven't heard it many times before, but the cancer is not only curable, but actually you can even turn back from such a serious condition, where most of the doctors would say there is no hope. While there are many theories behind the cause of cancer, in most of the cases the real answer lies in our eating habits. There have been numerous studies conducted to investigate the connection between our diet and the cancer. There is a growing evidence that high consumption of animal protein, particularly red and processed meats, is associated with an increased risk of cancer. One such study, published in the International Journal of Cancer, found that individuals who consume the highest amount of red and processed meat had a significantly higher risk of developing colorectal cancer than those who consumed the least. Another study, published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, found that higher intake of animal protein was associated with an increased risk of mortality from cancer. These studies, along with many others, suggest that there is a clear link between the animal protein consumption and cancer. About the development of cancer, as many types of cancer, as many ways to develop it. So, just for the sake of simplicity, let's take only one example. Your diet is high in acidifying foods like meat, vinegar, or cheese, so your doctor sooner or later diagnoses cirrhosis. After, as it expected, you will get some antacid pills, but since these pills does not stop the process itself, just making the symptoms disappear, the stomach acid will erode the protective lining of the intestinal wall, causing stomach ulcer. And after long enough time passed, the stomach ulcer will develop cancer. It was just one of the many ways how can you fall victim to this well-known terminal disease thanks to your diet. But let's not waste any more time, let's move on to the possible treatments. First thing first, it's important to mention that if you live a proper lifestyle, which means adequate physical activity, no meat or any kind of animal protein, and sufficient amount of nutrient intake, the cancer doesn't even have the chance to develop. Okay, let's see two options in case if you already have to deal with this unfortunate disease. Since these two methods would take too long to fully cover them, I'm going to talk about them only a little. The first one is the vegetable juice cure, which is a 42-day juice fasting program involving drinking a variety of juices and teas while abstaining from solid food, thus help the body detoxify and heal from various illnesses, including cancer. The vegetable juice cure is based on an idea that cancer cells thrive on solid food, particularly on protein. So, by depriving the body of these substances, the cancer cells will be starved and eventually die off. The vegetable juices used in this cure provide the body with all the necessary nutrition to sustain itself during the fasting period, while also helping to alkalize the body and improve the immune system. The second is hypothermia. The hypothermia is a cancer treatment that involves heating the body or a part of the body to a temperature between 40 to 45 Celsius with the goal of killing cancer cells while minimizing the damage to the healthy ones. This treatment can be administered locally, targeting a specific area of the body, or systematically heating the entire body. There are a few different types of hypothermia treatments that are commonly used. One approach is called external hypothermia, which involves using a machine to apply heat to the skin surface. Another approach is called internal hypothermia, which involves inserting probes or catheters into the body to heat up specific areas. The third one, called whole body hypothermia, which, as the name suggests, heats up the entire body. The reason why this method is so effective is because cancer cells are often more sensitive to heat than normal ones. So, the high temperature can cause cancer cells to die while sparing the healthy ones. One notable example of hypothermia as a cancer treatment is the Oncotherm method, which was developed in Hungary in the 1970s. This method uses a device that generates electromagnetic waves to heat up the body tissues. It has been used to treat a variety of cancers, including breast, prostate, and pancreatic cancer, among many others. I know that these methods are quite inconvenient and difficult to do, but don't worry, because most of the time changing your lifestyle is used to be enough to make the cancer regress. If you may ask, after all of this, why is this not in the public consciousness? The answer is very simple. About 100 years ago, a couple of scientists carried out a rat experiment and came to the conclusion that a person's daily protein requirement is around 130 grams. However, about 30 years later, it turned out that they were wrong. But since this time was long enough to invest and build up those very industries that can satisfy this vast amount of protein consumption, no one has published it. That's why this data almost nowhere can be found as kept in the World Health Organization's database, where the actual requirement for an adult person is about 40 grams per day, while it was even acknowledged that a safety margin of 10 grams was added to it. Of course, this excess protein intake was followed by the civilization diseases known as cancer, asthma, allergies, and etc., as a result of which the pharmaceutical market just boomed. A few people know that in America, due to the growth of this market, about 70 medical schools had to close because they refused to replace the connection between diseases and nutrition with the pharmacology. So, by now, there is almost no doctor left who would know anything about that method. And if you really think that people never would do such a thing, I better remind you that you cannot even name the positive effects of a product on its package without breaking the law. That's why one mineral water distributor was even sued for claiming that their water had an hydrating effect. I guess you already understand what I am trying to tell you. But that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and if you wanna know more, check out our website linked in the description, or if you wanna support my channel, consider purchasing my Healing Nourishments ebook, in which I not just gave a detailed description about the vegetable juice cure, but also about a lot of other things. Bye.